Hello, everyone. This is Ron, and I'm, of course, back with you for another episode of Empire Coins and Collectibles. We're going to pick up where we left off in the last episode. We're going to call this Hunting Buffalo Nickels Part 2. As you recall, last episode we went through 10 of the 40 Buffalo Nickels we had in the roll. But before we get back to it, I'd like to share a little bit of information with you. I did get my Christmas present early from my wife, and we'll probably take a look at that in a subsequent buffalo nickel hunting episode. But what I received, you're not going to be able to see it, but these are mint state buffalo nickels. And she did get them for me for Christmas, but shall we say I was the intermediary? What's that old saying? It's better to get forgiveness and permission. I went out, found this lot of 39 mint state buffalo nickels, and I couldn't help myself. I did buy it, and then I pleaded my case afterwards, and we both decided, Miss Empire and I, that that is my Christmas present, which I'm okay with. I enjoy hunting and looking at buffalo nickels. That will expand my collection, of course. I did pick up quite a number of other things at the coin shop. Actually, it was Burleson Gold and Silver, a wonderful store that has all sorts of coins and other things that you can procure. I've known the gentleman that runs that store and owns it, Larry, for probably about 12, 13 years. And at some future time, he's going to sit down and I will be able to interview him. And hopefully that you'll find that very, very interesting. So that's the backstory. One last thing, if you could remember to like, share, and subscribe, we'll go ahead and get with our current hunt. So to do that, we're going to switch cameras. Let me go to the small camera so you'll know where we were as of the last time. We bought this roll of 40 buffalo nickels. Here they are. The light may be a little bright, but we're going to pick up on the next buffalo nickel, and we'll take a look at it if we can get it to focus here. So there it is focusing. We're not really going to look at it in any great detail, but we're going to flip over to the other camera and take a look. Actually, we're going to flip over to the coin microscope, and we'll do another 10, 15 coins in short order, I think. So let me flip the camera. Here it is. So we are looking at a 1937. And I can tell you right off the bat, do I have a need for a 37? No, I don't. And I'll show you when we go back. Well, let's just go back to the main camera right quick. I should have done this before I flipped over there. Here is my hunt list. I've checked off a few of them just recently, but you can see I've got every coin that I don't have in the collection listed here, and the varieties I do not have. I'll get that a little closer. Maybe it'll focus in. Will it focus? Who knows? Almost there, almost there. But in any case, you can see down toward the bottom of the list, maybe toward the side, I have the 37, I have the 37D. So, and I don't have the 37D three-legged buffalo. So obviously that one's going to cost me a pretty penny. But let's go back to the coin microscope. Okay, so this one will only be added to my collection if it's in a better state than the one that's already in there. But let's just kind of tool around and see if there's anything interesting like errors or varieties. So nothing sticks out kind of right now. So let's flip it over. It is a nice looking coin. It has seen circulation, but there's a lot of detail. Look at that lettering. The lettering is very well struck, even though this is a circulated coin. Let's go down just a little bit and bring it back into focus. Yeah, so that is very strongly struck lettering. Very nice. and it's relatively in good state. Now we see that there's no mint mark down here. So that would say it's from the Philadelphia Mint, and I do have that. So we're going to set this one aside because it's not exactly going to fill a hole, and I don't think it's going to be better than the one I've got in there presently. So we'll do that off camera at some point. Okay, so we'll take it out. Here is the next one. I'll orient it properly. And you can see this one was well loved, meaning it was highly circulated. It must be in a good for state, right? So there is 1920. So that is the year it was put out. Let's see if it has a mint date. I'm not really seeing. Let me look at the the lettering right quick. What does Liberty have to share with us? Okay. Certainly it's been abused up to the 1 o'clock position above the L and also right down through here. But not really anything else very interesting. So we're going to flip it over. And you can see this has been used perhaps in some coin ops, edgeware, United States of America. Not really interesting as far as something unusual, no. And then we have 5 cents. So it is from the Philadelphia Mint as well. So what did we say? It was a 1920. Let's go ahead and check my list. So, well, can we see that? 1920. Oh, looks like I've got a 20. Okay. So, oops, backside. No, I didn't go on the backside. It's a double-sided list. May have to turn this sideways. So I don't have a 20. I don't have a 20D or 20S. So this jewel will go into my collection. So I'm going to take it out and set it aside as goodness. The next Buffalo nickel is coming up. That is number 3 coming up for today. Number 13 overall. So I'm going to back this off. Excuse me, I bumped the microscope. Sometimes I'm like a bull in the china shop. That's the reason why you never want to have a drink around your coins. You don't want to taint the state of the coins by spilling something on them. So this is a 1930, and I'm just going to make a quick look. 1930, I have the 30, but I don't have the 30S. So is this a 30S? I don't know. You can see that again, it was highly circulated and it's showing a bit of abuse right here. Let's go down on that right quick to make sure that that is a scratch and not something else. Yeah, it looks like a scratch because you can look at how it's gouged out up there. Okay, so not anything really interesting on this side other than it is a 1930 and we may or may not need it depending on which mint it came from. Oh goodness, this one really was abused. I wonder in its life what happened here. That's all the way across the heart of the coin. So obviously this is a non-starter in terms of adding it to the coin collection. I mean, if you were hard pressed to fill a hole until you got a better coin, you could use it, but I'm not going to use it because I don't need a 30. I need a 30S. Okay, so that one goes away. So that's coin 3. Coin number 4. Let's go ahead and put it in the coin microscope. It too is awfully loved. Well circulated. I mean, you can see all the high ridges have been worn down. That's where you look for wear on a coin is the high relief of the coins. And you can see they wear first. All that's worn away. But that looks like a 1920. We'll go down a little bit lower to confirm that that is the case. And I do need a 20. Let's go back down a little lower just to confirm it right quick. It's almost indistinguishable. But if we can determine with confidence that it is a 1920, I will put it in the collection. I think that is a 2-0. Can't make out the 19, but I can make out the 2-0. So I will use it to fill a hole in my collection until I can find a better coin, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. Upgrading, upscaling your coins, filling the holes, and so forth. Let's look on the other side to see what it is specifically. So obviously a lot of wear and tear on the edge, seen a lot of love, and it is a P. So that goes into the collection as a placeholder. I don't see anything else. Do you guys see anything? Not anything that catches my eye immediately. But I've got 2 holes filled in the collection now. Let's go to the next one. This is the 5th coin we're looking at. And this is a 35 as well. So what about the 35? Well, the DDR is what we're missing. I would love for this to be the DDR, right? Wouldn't be worth a whole lot with as much wear and tear, but it would be, well, I would be able to fill a hole. So there's not anything else I can say that's really of high interest here. We'll just take a quick look. Nothing strikes me immediately. I'll look at these a little bit more detailed later. But here we have the United States of America, E pluribus unum, nothing really striking me there. The buffalo is well worn, but still good detail in it. And there is 5 cents. Okay. So let's go down a little lower and see if we can find anything that's hiding in the lettering. So I see the UNTED, States of America, E pluribus unum. I don't know. Are you seeing anything that might suggest there's some doubling of the image? I'm not seeing anything specifically. Let's go down just a little bit lower. Just want to make sure this has no hidden gems in it. Okay, so this is the non-adder. At the next one, this is coin number, that was 5. This is coin number 6 for this session. Okay, we see Liberty. Again, it's well worn, and look at all that, the scratches and the scuffing on the cheek. The 1928, though. Let's look a little closer at the 9, see if we can make anything out on the 9. I don't know. Is there anything going on with the 9? What do you guys think? I mean, it could just be me. Of course, I hate that scratch right through the heart of it. But see, the 9 comes around this way, and it seems like there's something right there. Obviously, it's in a poor state. So, am I missing the 28? I am missing 28 and 28D and 28S. Which one is this? So we have the United States of America, E pluribus unum, well worn, well loved. Another scratch through the forehead of the buffalo, 5 cents. So this is the P mint. It's not in super good shape, but it will be another hole I plug in my collection. Next one. This is coin number 7. Okay, got a little bit of dirt and grime and looks like it's seen better days. A scratch through Liberty. I don't know if it always fools me. I'm always seeing something right here. I don't know if that's just chatter or if that is something more. But and I've seen it on other coins. So I don't know if it was intended or if it was machine chatter when the anvil die, excuse me, the hammer die struck the coin or the planchet. So this is a 34. What's my take on 34s? I need a 34 from the Philadelphia Mint. I've got the 34D and the 34D. So let's flip it over and see. Okay, United States of America, E pluribus unum, all very good. Is there something going on right there on the leg? I don't know. I'll have to look at that a little closer to see if that's a die crack or if that's just my imagination. And it is a Philadelphia Mint. So as I said, 34 from the Philadelphia, I need it. I will add it, and if I find another one, I will choose the best of the ones that I've selected. So that's 4 of 7 coins will be used to fill holes in my collection. So that's pretty good. This is coin number 8. Of course, a lot of scratches here. This looks like it. Here's some suspicion on my part. If you look at these scratches are all in the same direction. That would suggest that somebody cleaned this to me. What do you think? And of course, here's a big old scratch coming down through there. So this looks like it may have been brushed a bit. Oh, you can really see them right there. Look at all this in here. There's some heavy damage there, right? It's a 1936, so let's change it real quick and see it's a P. So this one is going to be set aside. I am not going to leverage this one. Okay, too much damage. Let's go to the 9th coin. This is the 9th coin in our coin roll search today. Okay, Liberty. It may just be me. I'm seeing a little bit of doubling what looks like it might be there. We can go down a little bit lower. It could be nothing. That's the reason why we have the coin microscope, to get us a better look. And I don't really see anything there. I mean, this could be just a dent in the E right there in the B, but not anything really to make note of. So let me raise it back up, bring it back into focus. I love the coin microscope. It makes it really clear. Another 36. You know what? This right here looks like a flaking in the planchet, a delamination. What do you guys think? Let's go down a little closer and see if we can say anything definitive about it. That is an error, a defective planchet that has delamination. It certainly looks like it. I may set this one aside and discuss with some of my other collector friends about what that looks like. But it looks like it's delaminating right here on the right-hand side of the face, and then again right here. Flip it over. So United States of America, E pluribus unum, nothing really interesting. Big old gouge right here, unfortunately. I wonder what this is. Have I not just noticed that? You see that structure right there? I'll have to check that out to see if that's some type of non-retained struck through error that hit the die, and now the die transfers it to the coin. Oh, look at the hip. Not a good sign. Look at the hip of the buffalo. All those lines looks like it's been cleaned. Don't like that. And it's a D. It's a D. Okay, so this is a 36D, and I need a 36D. So unfortunately, I am going to add that to my collection as a placeholder, even though it's not a very attractive coin and it looks like it may have been clean. If you guys have a better explanation for these scratches um, on the coin, they're not die polish scratches, you'll see from time to time. These look like they're after the mint type damage. Look at his hip. But anyway, in any case, I will add this to my collection until I find a better coin. So that was 9. This is coin number 10. So here we go. We're looking at coin number 10. And wow, this is, oh, it's a tragedy, guys and gals. Look at the damage here. Now, what in the world would cause that? Somebody intentionally did that. Look at all the way over here. This over here is kind of suspicious. Let's see what that looks like under higher magnification. Yeah, that looks like it's intentionally done. Not really good. I don't think that was done during the minting process. I certainly believe it was after the mint damage. To 36. The 36s get a lot of abuse, it appears. Here's the other side. Yeah, you can see how this is sweeping down through here. Looks like it was cleaned. See that? Not a whole lot of interest here. Okay, so this is going by the wayside. All right. So we're going to change cameras again and do a wrap up. I think 10 at a time is more than sufficient. I didn't do as well as I thought I would do with this coin roll, at least so far. I did find 5 coins today to plug the holes. We add to that, what was it, 4 yesterday? So we found 9 that will be used to plug holes in the collection. And so that's good. But there's very few so far quality coins. We're going to pick up on oh, guess what? I'm seeing something that should not be there. I just picked this up. Let me go back to the roll. That just occurred. Just saw it. We're going to change it to the tray camera. Look at this one right here. This is not a buffalo. That is a nickel, right? And it's a V nickel. Can't really see it on this. Let me put it on the coin microscope since we did pull it out of the tray. You can see not a whole lot of detail left in the face. It was well used and circulated. It's a 1910, kind of interesting, but not a lot of detail there. The date is strong. That must mean that the date was a boulder strike and perhaps recessed. Look at the other side. How can one side wear like the averse did and all the detail gone, and yet the reverse side has all the lettering still showing up? So it's a 1910 V nickel. I'm just doing a quick scan through it. It's kind of a bonus coin for today since it wasn't supposed to be in a roll of buffalo nickels, but we'll take it. I do have a collection I'm putting together of V nickels. And since the date is very strong, I can add this to my collection. But that's another date, another time. Okay, back to the main camera. I do appreciate you guys staying with us and visiting with us during these episodes. Hopefully, we'll find some interesting content that you can use and perhaps learn something from. And if you see something that I miss, please let me know because I'm learning as well as you. And with that, my friends, I think I'm done. We'll pick up on the next episode and we'll try to do the last of these buffalo nickels in the roll. That would be about 20 coins. And we'll try to do that. That'll be kind of difficult to get through in a very short amount of time, but we'll endeavor to do that because I want to get to the mint state buffalo nickels that my wife got me for Christmas. Actually, I got, and she allowed me to get it. That's the way things roll around my house. Miss Empire controls the purse. What is mine is hers, and what is hers is hers. Have you heard that before? I think that keeps a family happy. All right, enough joking and kidding around. I'm sure she's putting all sorts of cannon fodder around my head. But you guys have a great week. Be careful out there and enjoy the holidays. All the best.